you can do everything right and then fall on your face after they click. Because what happens? This is I want to be a dual threat marketer, traffic and conversion, cheese and mousetrap, search and conversion. So web page loads, pixels paint on screen. Human eyeballs see that page and the brain engages. What do they do next? Now, for tons of sites, many more than you might think, some huge percentage, like 43%, this is Forrester, immediately go to the search bar. That is especially true. Healthcare, higher ed, e-commerce, large product catalogs, it's a primary UX feature on so many sites that it is, and rightly so, because if you have multiple offers and multiple types of visitors, they know that they're going to get there quicker on a keyboard than with the mouse, right? And those people who do have stronger intent.
And it's much higher in higher ed, Andy. That the 43, I would say in higher ed, we have such a younger demographic. It skews higher than that.
Yeah, and healthcare. You think about one of the utilities you use most often when you visit your hospital or healthcare provider's website. Find a doctor, find a location. That is starting with search always. So yeah, we're probably in the 80% category in that side of the industry.
I see it all the time. You know, the some of the top URLs, the search results page. Why? Because the person who your most important visitor. This is actually it's like segmentation. The person who searches is automatically sort of pre-qualified as a more engaged visitor because they're willing to move their hands from the mouse to the keyboard. That just as soon as you could almost say like the goal of digital is to get your visitor to type something. Because that's conversion, that's engagement, that's search. The person who does that is far more likely to take an action because they have so much stronger intent. So I wouldn't be that doesn't surprise me at all. So fundamentally, what we're talking about here, we're in a different school now. I could have made screenshots for any category. Only if you have a narrow and shallow sitemap is this not relevant. Probably 0% of us qualify for that. For me, I've written 600 articles. My blog, you bet I've got a search tool there, and it's popular. Why? Because people come to try to find something. Clicking around, it's a bit unsatisfying. Okay, so they search. Now, what happens next? This isn't necessarily obvious. That search box is a UX tool you put there for your human visitor. But we are marketers, and that search box is in fact a listening tool for us. Yet most marketers don't track it. They don't know the use of it. They don't look at top queries. They don't know what people are typing. And they don't look to see the ways in which these search results might be unsatisfying. Ouch. This is one of maybe only 3 places that I know of in all of digital where your visitor is telling you, your target audience is telling you what they want from you. So it's a listening tool for us. It's a listening tool. Now, I love collaborating with you guys here at SearchStax. This is great because my only way to do this listening now, without the tool, with the generic tool, with the common pedestrian off-the-shelf tool, Google Analytics, it's kind of hard. Here's how you do it. There's no report for it. I'm sorry to say this. We're going to have to build something, and I'm going to walk you through the steps. At the end of this, you'll know how to do it, but you're going to see that it's not an easy thing to do, and also there's some basic limitations. So first we click on explorations. It's that little squiggly line up here. And then we're going to start with a blank exploration. This is like, you're going to feel like you have a screwdriver in your back pocket. This is for like the tinkerer, like the analytics, someone who's got a little bit of skill. You could kind of follow along here. This is exactly how to do it. You need a nice long date range. You need to add manually, with clicking the plus button, those dimensions, search term, event name. Then you need to add manually, click the plus button, exits and event count. Those are the dimensions and the metrics that you need. Everything in GA4 is a dimension or a metric. Now, in rows, you're going to click or drag in search terms. And then in values, you're going to click or drag in event count. Now, there's a little cleanup job here because this silly report will have a first row with 10 million events with no search term. So you can get rid of that by creating a filter so that it only shows you the sessions where there was an event triggered for search. That's called event name contains view search results. That's the name of the event inside analytics, that if you don't have that, it's going to have this weird row at the top. But yes, it's there. You can find it, and here it is. This is a higher ed website, and this shows me what they're looking for. That's how to get the data. So you can start to see, look at this, calendar. What, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the top 5 are people trying to find the calendar. Maybe that should be in the main navigation. Faceted search is a big opportunity and makes it easier for your visitors to find things. This is a nice site that has a faceted search. Highly recommended for sites like healthcare and higher ed, where there's different types of responses. If you add to that report, you can start to see the search. This is very kludgy. The search results page is in fact a URL. You have to put in. I made another tab here, and now I'm just looking at that at the /search.html URLs. So the parameter is here. I'm going to try to do the analysis just based on literally scanning the parameter. But as you look, you can see the exit rate. We jokingly call this the report of broken dreams. This is literally listing for you the phrases people search, the search terms people use, but then don't click. If they exited from the search results page, they didn't click, which means they probably didn't find what they're looking for. Now, there's a lot of data that's not here. I want to preview for you now the SearchStax report UX, which shows you much, much more. Look at the click-through rate, the click count, the impressions. So you can see there it's calculating the click-through rate for you. So this is another example of a tool, more of a power tool, a far more useful tool with fewer, without those blind spots. So this is the moment when you know. Where else do you get this? It's gold. The ways in which your website is unsatisfying. I love it. Jeff, you've got
what you just showed there. Like, I know so many schools that they're using Google Analytics, or using Google Search Console. They haven't set anything up. It's a tool that's just kind of sitting over there, and I don't know of a school who's really. It's so cumbersome, because what I've heard is when you try to export the data, you often can't get it all into whatever you need. So you need to be able to dig deeper in your dashboard. So I used to send the report, I think monthly, to my leadership at my university. Here are the top terms, but you really need to dig deeper and not stop at just that. Like, where are they clicking? That's what you really need to know. What are they not finding? Where are they clicking? So yeah, this is, it starts to get really useful.
I mean, just look at the insights. It is, how many times in your career have you run a report where the insights jump off the page? Very rare. It almost never happens for me. This is one that really shows you. They click through